What's going on, everyone? My name is Ovi and welcome to a new FIFA 21 tutorial on the channel. In the next couple of minutes we're gonna talk about a very important aspect of the game. Defending. Super important, wins championships, and it will help you improve your game and get better results in FIFA 21. Before getting started, make sure to smash the like button. If you want to see a second upload today with another tutorial, I've got some new settings in the game that will help you improve so much. So let's try and get over 1500 likes. Boom, when that happens, second upload will go live. When I first started playing FIFA 21, I felt like, okay, defending is different. We're gonna have different combinations this year in order to defend. But after playing more and more games, it was just a matter of adapting the feel of my experience to FIFA 21, of my defending experience. General principles from FIFA 20 apply also in FIFA 21. One thing that you need to consider very important. If you have played FIFA 20, then you know that the control pace plus sprint button in defense helped you so much. It is still effective now when moving with your CDM or center back, but it is not as effective like in FIFA 20. I would say it's a 9 out of 10, and in FIFA 20 it was a 10 out of 10. It's not necessarily the fact that the jockey movement has been nerfed. The jockey movement is just a bit more effective with players that are more defensively oriented. If you've got a center back, of course the jockey movement will be a bit better than at a CM that is a box-to-box player. This has changed a bit in my opinion, but as I was saying at the beginning of the video, the fundamentals are the same. If you're super new to FIFA, you are seeing on the screen right now the basic controls for defending in FIFA 21, the sliding tackle, the contain, the teammate contain, jockey, and everything else. Now, best way to learn defending, fellas, is from scenarios. Watching good players play and breaking down the gameplay. This is exactly what I did last year in the FIFA 20 defending tutorial. This is what we're gonna do today. And remember, a few things have indeed changed. The biggest change, in my opinion, when defending is the fact that the running fake shot is so overpowered this year. It was very good last year also, but now it just glitches and it goes through your defender. So my number one tip at this moment in FIFA 21 is be extremely careful at how you close down the gaps at a versus a player on the wing or anywhere on the pitch. The running fake shot is super dangerous. What I advise you is take one extra 1-2 meters in order to be absolutely sure that you're not too close to the defender, to the striker. Even though you think, okay, I'm perfectly positioned, it's different in FIFA 21 comparing with FIFA 20. He might just go through you and eventually score a goal. So make sure to take a bit of distance, 1-2 meters, so you don't get your defender glitched by the running fake shot. Next we've got covering the ground, closing down gaps in front of your defense. I will be using here also the right analog. If again you're new to FIFA, if you don't know what that means, you can change player in defense by flicking the right analog. It's super effective and I highly recommend you to learn it. First of all, I am switching from my midfielder to my center back here with the right analog in order to close down a gap over there. I would gladly love to close the gap with my CDM, but he's way too far away, so this is why I fool a bit the opponent that I'm closing the gap with the center back. Afterwards, when I do get the time, I switch to my CDM and I create superiority in my defense again by closing down the gaps and eventually winning the ball. Very important feature right here, guys. Next, boys, when you can't stop the opponent's striker, stop the ball. If you see that you do not have enough time to intercept the opponent, to do a standing tackle or a sliding tackle and win the ball from the opponent, see exactly what is the angle and try to anticipate where he will shoot the ball. Then just cover that ground and you will be able to block the shot. So remember, when you don't have time to get to the opponent, just try to stop the ball. Another thing that, in my opinion, in FIFA 21 is much better than in FIFA 20, and I love this, the sliding tackles. Besides the fact that they are effective when the opponent is overreaching and sprinting too much with the ball and giving you time to do a sliding tackle, you also win the ball after doing a sliding tackle in the vast majority of the cases. This has happened to me a lot of times, and this is why I encourage you. When you see the opponent overreaching, do a sliding tackle, win the ball. In this new game, sprinting on the wing and opening defenses on the wing is extremely effective. This is why you need to know and you need to cover the wing. How will you do that? Each time when you see that your opponent is developing or trying to develop an attack on the wing, use the right analog. This is how you get there. Use the right analog to select your fullback and move with your fullback towards your goal to close down the gap for 4 or 5 meters. Very important thing here. Do not continue running like crazy with your fullback towards your goal. Just cover the wing for 2-3 seconds. Afterwards, switch to the other player. Else, you just risk to move too much in the back with your fullback. Next trick on our defending tutorial, and I've been using this for a couple of years now. After winning possession of the ball, what I do next is always in pressure moments, in 1v1s, I press in the same time the jockey movement and the sprint. For example, here I am chasing down the opponent's striker. I do a running, standing tackle. I win the ball, but there's a 50-50 there, and I keep pressing the jockey plus sprint. This, in my opinion and in my experience, has helped me win more 50-50 duels in the last couple of years. Very, very important. Those 50-50 duels, man, very important. Try to use as much as possible the right analog in order to anticipate an attack. In your own defense, don't risk it. I do not advise you to risk it. Only, of course, if you're a pro and you don't need my advice anymore. But in attack is the place where you can risk, and in order to risk and anticipate balls, you need to use the right analog. As you can see here, I am anticipating the pass of the goalkeeper using the right analog to switch to the desired player, and afterwards I just win easily possession of the ball in a very dangerous area for the opponent. Last but not least, in this area of the pitch right here, what I advise you to do is almost always use the CDM in order to cover and close the gaps. If you go and take your center back outside, you're gonna create space, you're gonna create gaps, and the opponent, if he's good, is gonna capitalize on that. But if you have a CDM that has good defending stats, you will be able to jockey around, close down the gaps, wait for the correct moment, and afterwards, when you see that you have the most chances to intercept the ball, you just close fast that gap, get the ball, and from there on you can launch a dangerous counter-attack. So fellas, these are, in my opinion, the biggest changes in defending and the most important things in defending that have passed from FIFA 20 to FIFA 21. Again, best way to learn defending is watch the breakdown of scenarios. I will be trying to do more defending tutorials from now on, again explaining scenarios. That is the best way. If you've got any other questions, leave a comment below and let me know. Otherwise, you are most welcome to leave a like, show your support. My name is Ovi, and I'll see you boys in the next video. Bye bye.